I'm Jen, and today we're going to take a closer look at the REV'IT Maci women jacket and pants combo. Now, if you are a sport touring rider out there, but you don't want to look like a complete racer with just branding and colors and flashy bits all over the place, then the Maci is maybe what you're looking for. It's a little bit more sophisticated. It actually has like that Catwoman catsuit styling to it. So if that's more your jam, the Maci is something you want to take a closer look at. Now, I do want to point out that the Maci is going to work best for your cooler months of riding. I say that because, as you can see, not a lot of mesh panels here, no venting, etc., and it actually does have a thermal liner. So again, you want to think about your cooler months of riding, not so much summertime riding. Now, the jacket prices in at $500 and the pants price in at $420, so they're going to ship to you for free, and as always, our price match policy is in place to guarantee you the lowest price available. All right, so let's talk about sizing, and we have a lot to cover here, especially with leather garments like the Maci. So Lee joins us today. She has a 36-inch bust, and right now she's wearing a size 38 in the Maci jacket. Now, as we look at the sizing chart, that is a true to size fit. Lee is comfortable and happy with this fit, so we say go ahead and order the size you would normally wear. Now, when we take a look at the pants, Lee has a 38-inch hip measurement, and when we look at the sizing chart, she's kind of in between two sizes. She could opt for the size 36, or she could go to the 38. So what Lee is wearing right now here for the video is a size 36. This is a little bit more of a tailored fit. It looks really great on camera, but when Lee tried on the 38, it was a little bit baggier, but felt a little bit more comfortable on the bike. So again, this is going to be up to your preference, right? Do you want to have that nice, sleek, tailored look right out of the gate? You probably should go that one size down. If you need more a relaxed fit, a little bit more comfort, the 38 is going to serve you better on the ride. I just want to point out too, when we look at kind of full leather garments, when we're talking about a one-piece suit or a two-piece suit, or even independent items that are meant to fit together, like the Maci, they're always going to just be a little bit tighter and more tailored than what a lot of riders are used to. So just bear that in mind when you look at full leather garments like that. Alrighty, so let's talk about the features of the Maci. Starting up top, has a low profile collar that is neoprene lined for comfort around the neck with a snap closure into a main zipper entry here. Now on either side of the jacket, you're gonna get two zip down pockets as well. When it comes to main construction materials of the Maci, you're looking at a cowhide leather that's also using stretch paneling. So that stretch paneling is really going to give a lot of the adjustment to the jacket. Normally we would see more cinchers and things like that to adjust it. The mesh paneling is going to take over those properties of both the jacket and the pant. Speaking of the pant, as we come down, I just wanted you to take a nice look at that pant leg, and I do really like the solution that REV'IT is using in the knee area. We're gonna also see that in the elbow and the joint. Instead of the usual accordion paneling, they've got a nice sleek solution to that. So we're gonna see that in just a minute in the sleeve. I do want to point out that the Maci pants are going to come with hip and knee armor included. And then as we look at the jacket, it's going to have the shoulder and then also the elbow. We're going to take a quick look at that in just a moment. But as we run down the sleeve, I just want to point out, I like this little subtle hit of a different texture in the shoulder. We're going to see REV'IT's using these little nice clues of a sophisticated styling throughout the ensemble. And as you look at the sleeve, you're going to see more of that stretch paneling on the inside there to give more stretch and give across the arm portion. Lee, if you could turn to the side and hit that riding position for us. So in the riding position, I just want to point out in the elbow joint here, you're going to see that stretch paneling that we talked about before. It's a really unique solution. We haven't seen it in a lot of other garments from REV'IT or anyone else. Instead of big accordion paneling or just a huge stretch panel, they've done a nice break here between the leather. And again, it just creates almost like a catsuit feel throughout that joint area. And you can also see it's in work at the knee. So I really do like that solution. Now, when it comes to the armor that REV'IT is using in both the elbow and the shoulder here, what you're looking at is the C-Smart CE1 armor. And it looks like this guy, and it really does a good job of molding into that leather and giving that protection there. Now, as we look down the torso and into the pant leg, you're gonna see a generous use of that stretch material, again, to help the Maci ensemble conform to a couple different body types. All right, Lee, if you could turn to the back for us. So here on the back view, some interesting things happening again. This split seam here actually has a reflective panel built into it. It's a really nice, clean solution, and it's actually gonna do a great job of giving you a big pop of visibility. When a car's headlight hits that whole zone is gonna give a nice flash. So it is a nice little safety feature. As we look at the back, I wanna point out it has a back protector pocket. You can opt to add that in. It doesn't come with the back protector. That's up to you if you wanna go ahead and add that in. And as we come down to the bottom of the jacket, a nice generous drop tail there for coverage on the lower back. Now, as we look at the pant leg, I just want to point out, using that cowhide there in the seat of the pants, often the most vulnerable part of the pant in the event of a crash, so you got some good coverage there, and then a generous use, again, of all that stretch paneling, so it's gonna be a little bit more malleable in the calf area, etc., with that stretch paneling. At the very bottom of the pants, I do want to point out these are a tuck into the boot style pant. It's very tapered at the bottom, so if you're hoping to somehow make that work on the outside of a riding boot or shoe, it might not work out so great for you, so you should probably plan on tucking in when you're looking at the Maci pants. All right, Lee, if you could turn to the front for us. And unzip, please. So on the inside of the jacket, I mentioned, again, this is for your cooler months of riding. Part of that is the thermal liner you see here that zips in. You could go ahead and pop that out too if it's getting a little bit warmer, but otherwise, no mesh paneling, no venting, so just be aware of that when you're wearing this jacket. It does have a stash pocket, and then also on this side, a little Napoleon pocket, so you could stow away some items in the jacket as well. It does have that connection zipper and belt loops, so if you want to connect to the Maci pair of pants, you have that option, or to a pair of riding jeans, you go ahead and use those belt loop connectors. All right, Lee, you could go ahead and zip up for us, please. And so that's going to do it. That's your 360 overview of the REV'IT Maci women's jacket and pants. Again, this is going to be a nice styling forward kind of ensemble. If you're a sport rider and you don't want to be looking like you're a complete racer, you want something a little bit more subdued, that's where the Maci steps in. Now, if you have more questions, go ahead and hit the info button on your desktop or mobile device. It's going to redirect you to the product page where you see more product features and read some reviews from riders like yourself. And if you have even more questions, give our customer service a call. They're going to be happy to help you find a riding jacket or a pant that best suits your needs. All right, thanks for hanging out with Lee and I as we take a closer look at the REV'IT Maci women's jacket and pants. I'm Jen. Keep it on 2.